You are watching an Al Bear review. Cue the music. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, be sure to subscribe. Everyone, be sure to like, comment, and share. I'm here with the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta review. Listen, it wasn't bad. The episode was not bad at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just dive into it and try to keep it quick. So I made a few notes that I just want to talk about. We can start with how the show ended. Carly, Arkansas Mo going to therapy or whatever the case is. From what I gather from the show is Carly does not like Mo giving her what is it called when your parents tell you got a curfew. So apparently Mo always telling Carly to make sure she home by 2 a.m. not 2:01, not 2:02, and that's the issue for Carly. And she went as far to tell the therapist guy that Mo tells her it doesn't matter what she think or whatever the case is. She need to be home at 2 o'clock. Now, I got a petty response to this and I got a serious response. I'll start with a serious response. First of all, I guess it's somewhat serious. Carly is grown. So by her being grown, if she wanna stay out to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock or whatever, I guess that's okay. But I kinda have to draw the line because when you're in a relationship, now we have no idea if, they talked about this or anything like that. But when you're in a relationship, I mean, these kind of things kind of, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, like, they got to be talked about and discussed. Like, will she be feeling the ways if he come in 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, or do he get to come in 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning? See, I don't know. And it's just, you know what, forget trying to be serious. I'm gonna just go ahead and say what I gotta say, man. Carly is, 40, 50 years old. She shouldn't be staying until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning anyway. She need to be home. She trying to get married. It seems like every season that the show is on, she is constantly trying to become someone's wife. And I just feel like if that's her ultimate goal, not saying that you have to change your ways to become someone's wife, but she's been from man to man trying to become someone's wife, and at some point she's gonna have to look herself in the mirror and say, it's not the man I'm dating, it's me, because I don't want to change, I don't want to submit, or whatever the case is. I'm better off just being single or whatever. She gonna have to do that, because I cannot take a grown woman that's her age trying to stay out to the break of dawn. Like, it's just too much. So Mo ends up storming out, taking his ring off. Carly says she's not gonna take her ring off until she knows exactly what it is that she want to do. And the doctor, the psychiatrist or whatever, tells Carly that Mo has already made his decision, and by taking his ring off, so she need to make her decision and choose herself. And basically he told her to leave Mo. And I mean, like I said, man, every season they try their hardest to push a Carly Red love story on us as if she about to become somebody's wife, and it just never happens. Like, she's unwilling to submit to any man. So which is okay, which is normal. Everybody is not meant to be in a relationship. You just kind of got to accept that. But moving on. So I want to touch on the show kicked off. Pretty much the whole crew was sitting down talking, and Stevie and Mimi brought up Kurt, Jasmine, Rashida little situation. And long story short, Stevie told Kurt that he needs to, have a sit down, that him, Rashida, and Jasmine, or whoever need to sit down and communicate this thing out. So that's the only way it's gonna get worked out. And he said that's how him and Mimi kind of work their way through the years and to get into the space they're at now. And of course, Mimi had to make it all about Mimi. She had to put Stevie on the spot, try to make him look bad. She went as far as to say, well, it's funny that you got all this to say, because over the years when we were trying to communicate, this was not what was happening. Like, we are in a good space now because, you know, Faith is the mediator. And so I'm just like, whoa, wait a minute. So Mimi and Stevie has a mediator, which is Faith, but she telling Kirk and Rashida to not have a mediator, to go straight to Jasmine and handle the situation. So now I'm just looking at Mimi like, it just ain't adding up. You like, how is it that you have a mediator, which is Stevie's wife, Faith, but you want Rashida to go directly to this girl? And why? Rashida has nothing to do with any of this. Look, I didn't make a video about this last week, but here's the deal. Rashida, I get it. We need a storyline, because, you know, she can't continue just being the missus of the show. Her being upset at Kurt kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I felt like if Kurt was telling the truth, this all depending on Kurt was telling the truth. When she got Kurt's cell phone, went through the text messages, and she saw the type of messages that the girl was sending, she should have been like, oh, this little helpful agenda is to get back at Kirk and make it seem like you want to be involved. Well, you're going to be involved on everything, because Kirk was saying how Jasmine texts him every time it's anything having to do with the child, whether he got a fever, he ain't feeling good, he ain't got energy, etc., etc. So I felt like Rashida should have read those texts as she did and realized what was going on. But anyway, let me get back to this episode. So to fast forward, Rashida does have a conversation with Jasmine, and basically the conversation went well. They got on pretty much good grounds, and basically they agreed that Kelsey, which is Kurt's daughter, is going to have to start back being the mediator, because things was working smooth on both of their parts. Because Rashida, like, you know, I know Carter is Kurt's son, he deserved to be my brother, sister, etc., but I still got to get used to it, blase. So those two are on the same page, and Jasmine went as far as to tell Rashida that, you know, a lot of the issues, or one of the issues was, because, you know, they broke up the whole Instagram post, was that Kurt always make Rashida seem like she the bad guy, etc., and I don't think, how can I say this? I do believe Jasmine when she said Kurt makes Rashida seem like the bad guy, because Rashida will voice concern, then Kurt will go over to all macho man like, well, what's going on with this and what's going on with that, and then all of a sudden it's just like Jasmine and her people like, you ain't been worried about what's been going on before now, so why now? Like, who is this coming from? And they just kind of, you know, came up with that conclusion from that, which, I mean, it's Kurt's fault. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the way you handle things. But like I've been saying since this whole situation happened, Kelsey, she gonna have to be the mediator. Point blank, period. I have no issues with her being the mediator. So, anyways, moving on. Jock and Kendra go pay Shakana a visit. Basically, Jock wants Shakana to look into his salon business because it's not running how he wants to. He feel like the lady he's in business with is ruining it. She running off hairstylists, she running off clients, and it's just a bad deal. He losing money, etc., etc. But I'm gonna get back on that. But he asked Kendra to step out, and he wanted to talk to Shakana about asking Kendra to marry him, and how, you know, why he didn't ask her to marry him when they was in Trinidad because of the whole kid situation. She kind of said some real stuff. She was like, you just looking at it as a man, you ain't looking at it from her point of view, woman point of view. She don't have no kids, you got all these babies out here. She thinks she might just end up like the other one, just stuck with a baby, yada. She made a whole lot of sense. And I will say this about Shakana, when she being real and authentic, she makes great points. I kind of like her when she being authentic and serious. Or she being petty and all that other stuff, I can't deal with it. But anyway, so like I said, Jock asked Shekinah to check out his little hairstyling business. So she went over there, paid a visit, and she basically found out the real. The real is Jock be trying to hit on the hairdressers, the hairstylists, and the manager, his business partner. She don't like that. It's bad. It's a bad look for business, and I guess she just run off the hairstylist because he is putting money into it. So better get rid of them than, because she can't really say nothing. I mean, I don't know. But here's the thing, man. I'm not surprised. I said a couple videos. It might have been my last video with me and my lady did together that young Jock or Josiah does not want to be married. Like, he doesn't carry himself as if he wants to be married. Like, this makes no sense. Like, where does he get off thinking he can go to the salon that he is the owner of and flirt with all the women, the same salon that his woman goes to get her hair done, and things just gonna be all willy-nilly? Like, he just need to take that ring back to wherever he bought it from. He need to just let Kendra go on about her business, because it's just gonna turn into a very, very messy situation. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't follow none of these people, but it wouldn't surprise me if they already done split, because I know she watching these episodes and the reunion is coming up, and it's just gonna be a bad look. She gonna be upset with him. She gonna want to fight him, and I can't blame her. But you know, Jock got to do better. I'm trying to think if is it something else that was worth talking about on the show. Not really, you know what I'm saying? Other than those couple things, no, that's it. That's all I got, man. But that's all I got. If you have something to add, leave me a comment. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll holler at y'all next time. All right, peace.